In today's video, I review the Mystery Adventures box set for Unlocked. Let's take a look.
There are hobbyists among us, geniuses with the ability to play any game they want to. In 1978, a corporation known as The Interior isolated a young hobbyist named John and exploited his genius for their entertainment.
Then one day, their hobbyist ran away.
Here we have the Mysteries Adventures box set for Unlocked. It is rated for a player age of 10 plus, a 60-minute runtime for 1 to 6 players. Now, when it says it's a 60-minute time, this game contains 3 different mysteries. Each one is labeled to take, or that you are supposed to try to finish within 60 minutes. Of course, if it takes longer, that is okay. Let's go ahead and flip it over. And here we can see the 3 mysteries that are within this one. It gives a little brief description of how the game is played, how you search the scenes, how you combine objects, how you solve puzzles. But it also lets us know that within this game there is an app, and that app is required to play because you will be entering in codes, you will be putting things in to solve the mysteries. Additionally, with these 3 missions, there is actually a 4th, and that is a tutorial mission to kind of give you an idea of how to play the game, how everything works. So really, you can almost completely avoid the instructions and go straight into that tutorial, and it'll teach you everything you need to do. So let's go ahead and crack this open and see what we have inside. Now, also with this being a review for the game in general, or for these 3 scenarios in general, it's also kind of like the unboxing. I really couldn't do an unboxing for this one separately, because usually I like to show all the components, but here with this game, all you really have is the rules, the 3 mysteries, and then of course your tutorial. You can't really look at any of these without spoiling anything. So there's really not any kind of unboxing. I mean, this is it. This is what you get with this game. The rules, your 3 scenarios. Each one has a deck of cards. You can kind of see there are these tarot size cards, I believe is what that size is. You know, it's about the size of a deck of cards to give you an idea. The card faces themselves are just either numbered or lettered. Kind of goes through here. It is technically replayable. When you get them, you'll be going through, because you'll be looking through this deck to find the cards that you're looking for, placing them out, and then discarding them as you use them. So then I guess when you're done, you can then take all of the cards back up and then shuffle them back together. So what we have found that a lot of times we'll have to do is just looking through the deck to find the card that you want is kind of taxing. So we would divide up the deck amongst the people and be like, hey, we're looking for this card, and everybody would look through their little mini deck until they find those cards that we're looking for and place them on the table and kind of go for them. But this is what you get. Here are the rules. Now, the rules are nice. They're laid out nice. Again, they tell you what the ranges are. They let you know the 4 sets that are in here, your tutorial and your 3 adventure sets. It says 186 cards. This, I don't know if that's for each individual or for the total of everything. I'm guessing total is 186 cards. But the other nice thing is it gives you the difficulty levels of everything. Let you know how hard each mystery should be. Now, even with that, within the app, there are hints that you can get that'll help you get through everything. Lets you know what your setup is, your game rules, the different card types, how they are used in the app. But then once again, all of these you will see within that tutorial, and it'll give you an example of using each one of these. Their card combination system, their machines, modifiers, all this kind of stuff. Penalties. When you type in something wrong, it'll give you a penalty, or it'll tell you, hey, you've earned a penalty, you've looked at the card you shouldn't, and it'll deduct time. Because in the app, there is a timer that's counting down, so as you're doing things, as you're getting things wrong, you will lose time within that timer. And again, because your goal is to finish within the allotted time for the scenario. And then here's talking about the codes, hidden objects, the app itself, again showing you all those different little mechanisms that it has, and then some player aid. So if you were to keep this out, that'd be handy. Some recommendations, just letting you know some of the things, read the cards carefully, just some of the stuff to keep in mind as you're playing through. And here are the cards. Now, if I remember right, when I opened this up and we played with the wife, their tutorial, there we go. This deck was actually part of this one. And then so we stuck that in here because 0, it kind of seems to fit. I think that's probably where it should go. And then we just left each deck then, in its own little set with the opening story for each one on there, to give you an idea of what these look like. Again, the fronts of them they will all have the same front, just with a different number or letter or something like that. And just a quick look through. If you can see, I mean, the cards themselves, they will be items, they might be rooms, they might be things you use as you're kind of going through with numbers and everything. I will probably do a playthrough of the tutorial. It'll be the easiest way to kind of demonstrate this system, this game, without spoiling really any of the missions. And as you notice, in mine, the number 3 here hasn't yet been opened. These two have. This one, me and the wife, we played through this one together. This one was a good bit of fun. It has its flaws in it. It was labeled as the easiest one on there. Again, the cards in here, even from Go, the numbers are out of order. And again, I guess that's so you don't know what numbers are in here, because you are using addition when you have two items that you're combining together. Let me pull this out again. When you're combining items, here we go. You're taking a blue and a red, combining them to get your new total. So I guess they don't really want you to see what all the numbers are. They don't want you to see that there is a, while you're flipping through them, an 81, 2, 3, there's no 84, 5, so forth and so on. So the cards are out of order. That does make it a little easier to reset the game if you were to give this away to somebody. Because once you know it, there's really no reason for you to replay this one, but you definitely could give it to somebody else. But because those cards are out of order, they are a little more difficult to find, which again is why we would, me and the wife, we would separate the deck into two, and so we would see that we are looking for a, say, 23. We would each go through our little deck of cards looking for that 23. The other thing is, on some of these cards, there are hidden numbers, hidden things you have to find. Let me see if I can, in the tutorial. Where are you? 16, here we go. This is one of the tutorial cards. So you open it up, and there you can see, and you can see that little hidden 16 there fairly easily. And that's one of the things that we noticed. The tutorial was extremely easy. It shows everything, shows all the mechanisms, all the mechanics of the game, but in such a simplified manner, it gives you kind of an almost unrealistic expectation for the game. And like that 16 was just there. That's how you think you might see these hidden numbers in the actual game. And actually, even in this easy one, there were places that, we, on this one, we only used a couple hints. We didn't really have to use too many of them. but a lot of them were because of hidden numbers that we had to do, or hidden items that we just could not see, that we just didn't notice. They definitely weren't as blatant as that 16 was right there. And that was really one of the problems. When we moved over to this one, I'll be honest, we didn't even finish this one. This one, what we found to be just so much more abstract. With here, the house on the hill was the first one. This one was fun. It was okay. The Nautilus Traps. This one, a lot of the traps were just so abstract that we found we were like hinting at every single one of them. With the first one, we hinted all the way to the end, which we actually got right, but since we had them out of order, because just in our logical brain, it made sense to do it in one way that it was actually supposed to have been done in another one. We actually had that one right, but we still wound up going through all of the hints to figure out, oh, we just had them, backwards. But then even as we were going through, every single one is like, how the heck were you supposed to have figured that that's what it was supposed to do, or that you're supposed to put it in this correct order or something? And yeah, they have the hints. They tell, so you can get through, but it started to get where it wasn't any fun anymore. Where just because everything was so abstract, at least for us, that we just quit. And so therefore we haven't even picked up. We haven't even started this one. I might try to do a solo playthrough of this one, maybe do a solo of this one to finish it off. But there is a pretty good chance that this is where this game is now gonna end. And the unfortunate one is I got this one and two of the other boxes at a semi-discount because the Unlock series has just been getting such a high review. So many people are talking about such great things, how within the escape room type games, this is a lot of people's favorites. So, when I was able to see them on a discount, I grabbed 3 of them. After this one right here, especially getting through here, how we're probably not going to play this one. The other 2 probably won't even get opened. They probably are going to end up, getting resold somewhere else down the line or something. And that is a shame, because we do like this type of game. The adventure games, especially the dungeon, we absolutely loved that one. That is definitely up high on our list. But with this, we could see the potential, but again, everything was just so abstract. The hidden items in here were, are so hard to find. When we got into this one, because of what we learned from the house on the hill, and how those numbers and the hidden things were so hard to find, we had a magnifying glass. We had to bring in extra components so we could really look at the cards and try to find things, because stuff was so hard. And even then, stuff is extremely hard to find. So what did I think of Unlocked Mystery Adventures? I like the concept of the game. The cards looked nice. It was because everything is naturally out of order, it's easy to reset, so you could give this off to somebody else for them to replay it. It's nice that it has 3 adventures in here, and with the different degrees of levels of difficulty. I like these systems, the unlocks, the way you combine the numbers. You do have to have a little bit of a brain on you, because you are adding numbers. It doesn't sound too hard. It gives that 10 plus, I guess we're just putting it there. But I mean, you could possibly accidentally make a mistake just adding up your numbers. So with the way that they do that, but then they have combinations you have to do. They have systems. They have mechanisms you have to do. There's like one in here that it was like a little code that you type in, and it actually brings up what looks like that card on the screen, so you can type in your combination. So there's a lot to this one, but again, once we broke out of that first one, and even with that first one, the obscure numbers and codes were so hard to find, so hard to see. Those were where we had to get the hints from. Number 2, we couldn't even finish. We didn't even finish that one. Didn't even start number 3. The other 2 boxes we will probably play mission 1, the easy assuming it goes with that same easy, medium, hard type scenario, we might play that first one, but we probably won't pick up this third one. I might, like I said, I might try to do it solo just to get an idea of what it is. For us, that 1 hour timer was definitely too low. We went way past that, which you can. The game then continues the counter, so there's no problem there. But when it comes to adventure, mystery rooms, escape rooms, would I recommend this one to my friends and family? Would I buy this again? Would I buy additional ones? Probably not. Yes, you can finish this one no matter what. There are enough hints there. They do pretty much completely tell you what you need to do so you can get through it. But again, we found that we were doing it so much on the one that it just made it not fun anymore. We just quit. We just didn't want to go through it. We didn't want to go through all of that kind of stuff. So while we could have kept going and found out the end, and what's the point? You might as well just kind of just read me a story. Okay, what was it? Okay, I'm running out of air underwater, and so here I found my way out, or whatever it is. I have no idea because we didn't finish it. So no, I probably wouldn't recommend this one. I did like this one better than the than the Exit series. Those ones again were kind of similar to this, but even more so. Didn't really like that one as much. The escape room in a box, or those escape rooms, with the little coder and the different things. Those ones, I like that one a little better than this one. My favorite being the adventure games. So there it is. I hope this review has helped you to determine if this is something you would be interested in. Again, for me, I would put a higher recommendation on the adventure games series than this one. There are more of these than the other ones, so they are a little more tempting. The first one was fun. It was good. It kind of gave us a little. We were looking forward to going to the next one, but that next one just kind of killed it for us. So the adventure games was a good one. This one, no, unfortunately I would not recommend this one to friends and family. Well, I hope this review has helped you to determine if Unlock is something you would be interested in getting. Again, the mechanisms were nice. The fact that there are 3 completely different adventures in here, that is nice. The price point is pretty good. Especially if you do like a more abstract puzzle, where you really have to look at the cards and manipulate them, kind of sometimes move them around, combining two or more cards maybe, and positioning them. If you're a little more abstract like that, this actually might be for you. Well, until next time, guys, I'll see you later.